going on, everyone? Welcome back to Here We Golf. I'm Dan from Here We Golf.
I'm Jay from Here We Go. How are we?
It's my new little thing.
I like it.
How we been, lad?
Very good, very good, very good. Start me here.
Looks great, lad. Just for you.
We've been filming some cold content, and when the camera's right behind you, you don't realise how much grey you've got in the back of it. So just for men's being out, just for men's beard, no, not to pay that. And it's left a load of marks on my face.
I just
Apologies for
I
that.
just got a hat on to hide my grey and my baldness. Right, quick bit of promo in before we get into it. As you can see on screen there, we are doing a longest get day golf challenge, 72 holes, which should equate to about 20 miles. I think it's about
Easy,
five miles around on foot on the 30th of July, Nottingham Golf Club in Aidan Macmillan, Cancer Support.
4 rounds at Nottingham Golf Club. It'll be good, won't it?
I'm looking forward to it, but we need the weather to be on our side.
We need the weather and we need to get training.
It's right on the estuary there, the river wire, so it's got like starts blowing.
Yeah, we're
It's
going
going
to
to be a
off the cliff.
slog. It's
Yeah.
going to be an absolute slog, but whatever the weather, as long as the course is open, we'll be there.
Yeah. Max Homer after 36 holes, falling off a cliff. Because Nottingham Golf Club goes right down the coast, and one of the holes is literally you tee off down the. You can see the sea next to it. Lovely course, and they were kind enough to give us free access to the course all day for the 4 rounds. So it's
So thank you to them for having us.
Thank you for them.
Yep. So as you can see on screen now, we've got the QR code that'll take you to straight to our Macmillan page. If you fancy donating, we'd massively appreciate that. Anything at all will go a long way. We've put a little thing on the page itself about the reasons for picking the charity, but both me and you got family members affected by this disease, haven't we, lad?
We are. And it just felt like a very fitting charity to sort of support, because Macmillan do an amazing job. It's not necessarily to find a cure for the disease, it's to help people who were affected by cancer to get through it and cope. So yeah, massively indebted to everyone at Macmillan, and yeah, looking forward to doing the challenge, and hopefully we raise a lot of money. We're going to be putting together a hole sponsor, so there's going to be 18 sponsors for each hole. If you fancy getting involved with that, you've got loads of promotion, any local businesses, any joiners, any carpenters, whatever, feel free to give us a shout, and we'll discuss it.
Yep. Echo everything Jay's just said there. Yeah, it's just I think what you don't realise about cancer is when you people, especially particularly people who, obviously it's a deadly disease, but there's a lot of people who nowadays are surviving it, aren't they? But and you kind of think, oh, something that opened my eyes to in recent years. They ring the bell and you think, oh, it's cured, it's behind them, and it's not.
No,
it's far from it. Like the impact that treatment has on them physically, some of them issues are there with them permanently, and then like
not just that, it's financially as well, isn't it? It's the fact that you've probably got to take a load of time off work. You're not guaranteed that income. It's just
there's so many things that you don't even think about. Yeah,
shocking. Horrible disease.
Yeah, awful. So that's us. That's why we're doing it, and I appreciate if you can scan that QR code. The link will be in the description as well if you're not able to do that.
Yep.
Cool. Slides then. Here we go. So let's talk about some golf, mate.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's cover off the PGA Tour first of all. So the RBC Canadian this week.
Yeah.
Fantastic, Mr. Fox.
Yeah.
Victorious again.
He played really well. I watched the end of the tournament coming to a head, and I thought, yeah, he's got it here. And he was just deadly, wasn't he? Tee to green. Brilliant put on the last to force the playoff, and then just went and won it. Good job.
Yeah.
Because he's been off the boil for a while. He's sort of come back in the past few months, hasn't he? And went for it.
It's his second win in 4 now. It's massively propelled him. He's up to 32nd in the world rankings. It's extended his PGA Tour card through to 2028 now, I think. I think that Myrtle Beach win got him exemptions into some events, but it wasn't fully exempt, and now he's in both the remaining majors of the year. He's managed to get in this one this week, which he wasn't in.
Yeah.
And it's just
Massive
made
for
a
him, innit?
massive difference to his career, like a bit of security, I
I think he
guess.
started out as a cricketer, Ryan Fox. His swing is like a cricket sort of swing.
It's a beast, isn't he?
Once he's at the top, he sort of like drives the ball like he would a cricket bat. Good enough. Send it. His stats are good as well. I don't think he's one for me this week for the US Open, but he's definitely in form, and I definitely wouldn't be shocked if he went and did something good.
There was a few people that showed up. I picked Manacero a few weeks ago in the DP World Tour events, and he absolutely bombed out. And then he was up there this week having make a good fist of it, wasn't he?
Yeah, he seems to be in a lot of form as well. Like he came on the scene young, didn't he? And now in his 30s, he's back in
He's
the
in
big
form,
one.
apart from when I pick him.
Yeah, that's just us in general over fantasy, isn't it?
Yeah, seems to be the way. We'll come on to that in a bit if we have to. But yeah, he's beat Sam Burns in a playoff there as Mr. Fox.
Yeah.
Both
I was
in-
impressed with you this week, actually.
with me.
No, Kevin, you.
Teed that up, didn't you?
How excited he was. I was actually impressed by something he did. Oh, just Kevin.
I was like, I don't do nothing impressive. I don't impress no one.
Phil, it's a shame for Sam Burns though, because he shot a 62 on the final day of the Canadian Open, and he's been pipped.
Well,
That's something else. A 62 on the final day.
Brian Fox has shot no worse than 66, so
Yeah, it's class.
yep, fair play.
Moving day was good.
Cameron Young, Matt McCarthy,
Mm.
and was it Cameron Champ, I
Yeah.
want to say, got themselves into the Open with their finishes this week, all inside the top 10. It's a bit of a bounce back for Young, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He's had a bit of a rough season
He
so
has had a
far, if I
rough
remember
season, yeah.
rightly. He was missing cuts left. Am I thinking of the same guy? He was missing cuts left,
Yeah,
right,
he
centre,
was.
wasn't he? Yeah. Yeah, he's bounced back there with a fourth, nice little paycheck.
He's been in TGL, hasn't he?
Yeah,
And I think that really affected him, because every time he seemed to play, he was bombing out every week, missing cuts left, right, and centre. So must be too much travel. You never know. It's Alex Smalley did well. Shot 65 on the first day, and he was right up there in the thought.
did you see the leaderboard on Saturday?
Yeah.
It was like 20 players within a shot.
Yeah. Oh,
It was
good
nuts.
tournament, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's low
really
scoring
good.
as well, so it was very competitive. I mean, the top 27 are pretty much, there's 8 shots between them. So that 8 shots is an easy swing, in it. We talked a lot about the
The pre-tournament favourite.
was
Exactly, that's how bad his performance was.
Rory.
Rory
Oh, I know,
McIlroy. Yeah.
yeah. He
Absolute disaster. He's all since he had that a couple of weeks ago with his issue with his driver not conforming.
yeah,
It's like he can't hit whatever he's got in his bag now, isn't it?
well, it's the QI 35, and I think Taylor made about an absolute nightmare with the QI 35. Everyone has switched back to the QI 10.
Right.
Morikawa, a load of women on the LPGA tour gone back to the QI 10. Charlie Hull, she was one of the biggest drivers. She's gone back to it. Sure, Scheffler's still playing the QI 10 as well. That's a commercial disaster for TaylorMade, because that's supposed to be the up and coming thing, and it's clearly not working, is it?
Yeah.
You seen Rory? He was just absolutely gone.
Yeah. 71, 78, going home early. It's not a good look.
Not a good look,
Someone
is
who
it, for
was-
one of the best players in the world?
Yeah. In a field where he was the man to beat, like comfortably the man to beat.
In a low scoring field as well. It was very, very disappointing.
I thought on Sunday Shane Lowry had put himself into position. I thought
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was the one for catching, and he bottled it again.
Yeah.
We called that last week.
Yeah.
Big Goldberg's had another good showing as well, which we mentioned last week as well.
And he's not setting the world alight, Oberg, is he?
No, but like we said in this field, it would be a good opportunity for him to finally get a decent
Yeah.
finish, just because of his
Danny Willett as well back in there, which is he's come into a bit of form actually because he's dropped down a hell of a lot in the world ranking. That's 3 events he's been up there, hasn't he?
Yeah, and he's been terrible for years, hasn't he?
Yeah.
But
Since
yeah.
his Masters win, really. We talked a lot about the Canadian contingent, didn't we?
Yeah. And they looked like they were going to threaten for the most part, and they've all sort of faded on Sunday.
Yeah.
Nick Taylor, the best of them, at tied for 13th.
Yeah. 17 and 70 from Padwin and Pendrith as well, which was they were riding with a shout on Saturday, both of them.
Yeah, I didn't expect Corey Connors to be the second in terms of the Canadians because he just kind of ticked over all week without really threatening. With Pendrith, Hughes and Hadwin all at some point were like jockeying for it, weren't they?
Nick Taylor's a good player though, really good player. I watched quite a lot of him this week.
Yeah.
Not really much else to go on there really. It was, I mean, it wasn't the biggest prize money in the world, was it? Not one of the signature events this week.
No. And obviously there's no event this week because it's major week again.
Major week again.
We'll come on. It's flying round, isn't it? Halfway through the year now, lad. Absolutely flying round. Yeah, Ryan Fox has won himself $1.764 million there, 500 red FedEx Cup wins.
What a week that is for.
Yeah. Enjoy, lad. Enjoy. Yeah, we'll come back on to, as I say, there's no PGA Tour events, it's US Open. So we'll head back over to the DP World Tour and then we'll preview the US Open all in one because there's no DP World Tour events either.
Yep. So, I mean, the strategy was good. Scottish, Linksy. I mean, top 5 were 3 of them were Scottish. Conor Syme wins. Ewan Ferguson 4th and Richie Ramsey 4th.
Richie Ramsey. Yeah, plenty of Scots up there. Just picked the wrong one.
Picked the wrong. Well, I picked the Richie.
You got Ramsey.
Ramsey and Ewan Ferguson.
Ramsey after his 66 on the opening day thought he was going to be the
winner.
The one there. Thought he called it, but we didn't call it.
We did not. Conor Syme, which I talk about him every week. Conor Syme, but he burnt me one week, and I've just wanted to put him back in. He's never won.
Refuse to put him back in, don't you? Once
you get burnt by someone, it's hard to let them back in. It's like a relationship, really. But
yeah, your winner is Conor Syme.
I tell you what, though, it seemed tough, didn't it? And to shoot 11 under.
When you look at the rest of them, there's only 19, but the right side of par, and third place finished 7 shots back.
Yep.
Jaden Shaper.
I haven't seen him for a while as well. He's not really done anything for start of the season. He was on fire, wasn't he? But yeah, I mean, when you look at Callum Hill, 11 over, it seemed like a tough test of golf this week. Some big names missed the cut as well.
Yeah, just
a lot of them retired as well.
A lot of them in my fantasy team.
Yeah, me too. Sam Bairstow and
Tristan Lawrence, get back in that damn bin, man.
What did he finish? 5 over.
I don't know, he missed the cut. Just
Brandon as well.
73, 75, 6 over.
He's not on fire, is he?
He's not.
He put on social media this week, he said feeling a bit more normal, so I don't know what's going on there.
Saw him doing a drill, trying to work on his game a little bit, and he's transitioning, like he's on his downswing, he's actually physically moving or like good sort of
solid
6-12 inches. Yeah, we'll move on to the fantasy then, because it's all sort of
it's all linked, isn't it? And tell you winning team.
Yep. Captain Laurie Cantor, missed cut. Tristan Lawrence missed the cut. Juice Luton missed the cut. Missing the cut in your own course, man.
He was our favourite as well.
John Parry just scraped the cut for me, but then did have it not on the weekend, finishing 5 over. May as well have gone home early, lad, and had a rest. Eugenio Chikara finished 3 over, and Christopher Wrighton, right out, finished at 1 under. Was my best place finisher, just inside the top 20.
Yeah, not right in the mix this week.
No, no, disaster. So I'm now down to still just snuck in the top 5k, 4,978 in the world.
Oh,
Just
it's a fall from
free
grace, innit?
falling. Hideous month.
Really bad month,
Yeah.
hasn't it?
How about yourself, mate?
It wasn't as bad, but it was bad. I mean, Rory Cantor, captain, just ruined it for everyone. He's just not in form, is he, whatsoever? Missed cut. Sam Bairstow, 12 over, missed cut. Scott Jameson, 12 over, missed cut. And then Richie Ramsey, Ewan Ferguson, tied for fourth. It could have been good there. Christopher Wrighton as well. Thought he'd do well, which he, to be fair, he did. Tied for 13th, not a bad finish at all. So 3 top 13s and 3
Well,
missed cuts.
13th, so I thought he was 19th. Yeah, well, I'll take it, Christopher. Isn't too bad.
Yeah, it's not a bad finish for him. So
Big heavy British contingent there. We thought we'd nailed the winner with our preview last week, and we didn't.
yeah, we didn't, did we? It was a very, very, very poor showing from a lot of these guys, but you know, it's what it is. Let's have a look at the standings. So,
Oh, way down in 8th.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah, Elvis Smiley the hell out of it this week.
wow.
That's me. We can't, if we'll have to cover the top 10, otherwise we won't even talk about either of us, because you snuck out the top 5 now and into 6th place.
Oh my word. Past
Um,
captain's picks still we're going strong at the top. Mr. Penn.
Well, Mr. Penn was running away with it. My past captain's picks has had a good
Yeah, he
week
has,
to throw
hasn't he?
himself back into it. So we've got Ben's Bashes in 5th, double bogey team 4th, Bart Du. He started the season quite well and
Yeah.
dropped out of it. Must have had a good bit of form there to get themselves up to 3rd. Mr. Penn was dropped down to 2nd, and past captain's picks is back at the top. Yeah, don't
But he had a
need to
great
say
week, didn't
Premier
he?
Crew John Wood either, because he's outside the top 5 now as well.
Past captain's picks, Ewan Ferguson captain, Christopher Wrighton, Chikara, Soderberg, Daniel Hillier and John Parry. It's not even the greatest of teams, but he still managed at 752 points. There's a massive swing there based on what you pick as your captain, isn't it?
Yeah, it's huge.
I had two.
That's why I try and go safe with it, but even going safe recently, he's not paid off.
If I had a captain Ewan Ferguson this week, probably would have been up there.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
well.
So
He didn't. Yeah, so that's that.
that is that.
We will swiftly move on, because it was disastrous for both to the US Open. But just before we do, just want to mention our affiliation with ShotScope, if I may.
You may.
ShotScope is one of the leaders in wearable GPS technology on the golf course, and they've got a bunch of rangefinders and watches now as well. As we've got on screen there, we've got the Pro ZR. They've also got watches, as I mentioned. They've got the V5 on screen there. Incredibly accurate, incredibly useful tool. The data that you get off the back of your phone, there's no subscription with it. You buy your device, and that's it. You paid, you're up and running. Your smart tags that you stick in the end of your clubs, they talk to the watch, and then you're on your way. Come off the end of your round, sign your round off, and all your data's there on your phone, all your yardages, and then obviously it's measuring the GPS whilst you're on course as well. So you've got exact distances, the front, middle, and back, all the hazards, and yeah, I absolutely recommend it. We being associated with them, we've got you a promo code extra 15% off if you use the code Here We Golf, and to head over there, have a look. There's a big sale on at the minute. Just released a new watch, and all the other stuff is on sale as well. 15% off everything across the board. Just get over to shotscope.com and yeah, have a look what they've got on show and buy something with our promo code.
Do it. Get them prove your game. It will get you distances without having to go to the range and sort of do a bit of guesswork. Because when you're on the sim, I feel like on-course conditions are so different. I don't find the sim distances anywhere near when you're hitting that turf and when you're hitting off into wind and stuff. So I think with the shot scope, you used to
Helps your course management massively.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. So the US Open,
Really excited for this week.
major number 3 of the year.
I feel like the course is going to absolutely bite.
It looks hideous.
It looks.
Like
I've seen Grant
as a,
Horvath playing it last week.
yeah,
Just it was about 4 over after 2. You just couldn't. Once you're in the rough, you're literally chipping out.
well, they were mowing it this morning,
Mm.
with handheld, mowing the rough with handheld mowers.
I know.
So they were obviously seeing all the feedback, wanting
Yeah.
to take a bit off the top of it,
Yeah.
but it didn't look like they were taking much off.
No, they were actually cutting it with scissors, the fringe and everything with these
Yeah.
little scissors. I was like, wow, this is going to be
Ridiculous,
a tournament and a half there.
And the speed of the greens, 16 on the
16
stim,
and a half, yeah.
16 and a half on the stim. Honestly, it's going to be like, there's going to be some absolute. Phil Mickelson playing. Phil Mickelson's playing. I can see him running after his ball and stopping it before it rolls off the green again. Yeah,
It's long as well. Have you seen the par 3 at 300 yards?
7,400 yards. Yeah, then they're not comfortable hitting driver off that. It just feels like mentally, it feels like they're struggling with it. So
It's in to win that 8th hole. It's just miles, isn't it?
yeah,
I don't understand it though, because there's also a par 4 at 269 or 312. So where's
yeah,
I
there's the
don't
cut off.
understand it. Like what?
But it's so it's long. It's 7,400, but it's only a par 70.
Yeah, oh, it's tough, isn't it?
It's going to be an absolute slog for them, and it's the forecast all week's rain as well, which is going to make it play longer.
Yeah, the
It's
2
gonna
par
make
5s aren't even.
It's going to make that rough wetter and juicier and harder to get out of.
Yeah,
If you can keep them greens dry while it's playing like that, it's going to be. They'll do well to get on the par. Like
Yeah.
it's going to be.
Oh,
I think that's what
gonna
they're
be-
trying to do, and they're trying to get it, like beat the course kind of thing, get it close to par.
Great that though, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'd love to
just
see it.
different challenge. Yeah.
It's like the US Open 2008 with Shinnecock Hills. It was diabolical. Greens were
and-
so fast.
Angel Cabrera won this in 2007, +5.
Yeah.
And Dustin Johnson, when he was here in 2016, was only -4.
There you go.
Mm.
Oakmont, psychology central. We've done quite a deep dive into stats this week. I think driving accuracy, you've got to be good at driving accuracy. If you're not, you're chipping out from the rough into the fairway, aren't you? Then you've got to be good on approach, because if you're round the green and you're chipping from around the green, the rough's so big, you're not getting any control, are you? You're going over. And also, you've got to be good at putting. So strokes gained, so it's very simple for this week. You've got good at strokes, if you gain a strokes putting, if you gain a strokes on approach, and if you high in the driving accuracy, you've got a good chance. So I've picked out the top 348 players. This was my morning.
Buckling up everyone.
Buying me air and picking out players. And there's that in the top 30 for the stats. So I've disregarded them. We've got 5 players
Okay.
who are well in it. We've got Scotty, obviously. Colin Morikawa. He is top 10 for driving accuracy, top 10 for putting strokes gained on approach, and top 100 for strokes gained putting. So I think he's a decent one this week, depending on his driver. If he goes back to the QI10, then he's definitely in it. Nick Taylor, driving accuracy top 30, and strokes gained on approach top 30. Also, stroke gained putting top 100. But the top 100 are literally, there's not much in them. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the percentage.
Quite condensed, yeah.
So you can't just look at it and think, oh, it's not in the top 50. But and we've got Nick Taylor. Have I just said him? Russell Henry, driving accuracy, strokes gained on approach, both in the top 30. So them for me are the ones to look at. Just outside of them is Akshay Bhatia, strokes gained on approach, top 30, strokes gained putting, not as accurate. So for me, I don't think he'll be making it into my team.
Aaron Rice show up at all?
He's top for accuracy, but nothing
Nothing else.
nothing else. So I just don't know whether he's going to struggle because I don't think he's that long either, is he?
No.
If you're hitting driver off of par 3, then that's notable mentions. Maybe you've got the likes of Sum JM, who's top, really good driving accuracy, but top 100 other stats. And you've got, did I say Matt McCarthy? Driving accuracy and strokes gained putting. So that's a deadly combo for me.
Well, he's just come back off a tie for 4th there
Yeah.
at the RBC Canadian as well. Decent bit of form, Mr. McCarthy.
Make sure you watch that because that's a decent bit of insight. It took me about 2 hours to go through them stats this morning. It's all for free.
Yeah. So can Rory bounce back from his disaster last week?
Rory's nowhere near the stats, to be honest with you.
No.
He's especially with his driver, he was 134th this week. Strokes gained off the tee. He's usually in the top 5 comfortably, isn't he?
Yeah. What about off the tee over the season? He must have dropped off a bit.
He is.
Has he?
Driving accuracy, he is.
Because he was.
Just for driving accuracy.
Isn't it mad how a couple of bad weeks can. Yeah, so he's dropped 7 places down to 10th strokes gained tee to green across the season. Scotty is clear strokes gained tee to green.
Clear.
Keegan Bradley's up there playing himself into his own Ryder Cup team.
I wish Henrik Norlander was playing this week. He is all 3 metrics. He is top 10. But he's not playing. Point was mentioning. These players go under the radar though until you look at the stats, don't they? Tommy, little outside chance for Tommy this week.
I mean,
his putting's got better, you know.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's like this week, it's more like you want sort of 3-putt avoidance really, rather than strokes gained putting, don't you? Because it's that quick. You want to be just be able to lag it up to the hole. So yeah, I think there's going to be less. I think there's going to be less putt hold than normal. I think it might bring him into the reckoning.
Yeah,
love to see it. I'd absolutely love to.
Oh,
he's getting closer.
He is. Sort of what for me with Tommy, once his putting gets a little bit better, his iron play gets a little bit worse, and it's like
can't get it to
putting a weight on a scale, innit?
Yeah.
Do you want to? What did you say then, by the way?
I've got no stats to back this one, but I watched Justin Thomas and his putting, his ability, his pace, his ability to dive puts in.
Yeah,
he's so good at it.
Yeah.
Like he's just got a feel on quick greens. I remember he stood out to me quite a few times just to, because you can so easily when you try and dive them in, miss them low, especially short putts and that. But I think he's up there for me this week. His all-round game this season has started to come back.
Yeah,
and so he's got this knack of being able to hit putts dead weight.
Problem is though, he's also with this tailor-made driver, isn't he?
Is he not Titleist? Well, I mean, I might be wrong. I can definitely see him in a Titleist hat.
Yeah, maybe I'm getting confused.
Putting averages, okay, so he's putting average 1.6. Let's have a look at strokes gained putting. Let's find you, Justin Thomas.
What was that stat you've just said then? 3-point avoidance. Should we have a look at them stats and
three putt avoidance?
Yeah, let's have a look at that instead of this and see if it changes anything here.
Justin Thomas is 15th for strokes gained putting.
He is. Driving accuracy, he is. Not in the top 100.
Putting average. Birdie or better conversion percentage he's leading in. Putts per round. Looking at Sun JM.
Justin Thomas, strokes gained on approach 8th. Strokes gained putting 15th. And driving accuracy, 145th. So if you got it straight, haven't you?
all round game, isn't it?
Gotta be.
I'm just trying to find someone other than Scotty Scheffler who's going to win the damn golf tournament. But
I'm gonna have a look at this 3-point avoidance just to see, because that's a good shout. That I didn't really think about it that way.
we'll see if we can get if Thomas can get it all together. I think he's been roll.
Because Tommy Fleetwood doesn't really, although he doesn't drain putts, he doesn't really 3-putt, does he? He's not really a bad putter. He just doesn't
Just
really
doesn't hold the
That's
makeable
the main
ones from
thing, innit?
around sort of 8, 10, 12 feet. Right, it's got 3-putt avoidance up here. Zach Johnson leading the way. Total 3 putts this season, 5.
Pretty good, that, isn't it?
Yeah. Not played anywhere near as many holes. So when you start getting into the players who played double the amount of holes as him, Emiliano Grillo has played as 900s and he's only had 13 3-putts.
Brilliant.
In terms of the leading contenders it's a bit of a messy list really. Justin Thomas has had 15.
Scotty again, top 20.
In terms of percentage 3-putts, who's played a considerable amount of holes this season. Looking at Ricky Fowler, Justin Thomas, Danny Willett, Ryan Fox, Sam Burns, Scotty Scheffler, of course. Billy Horschel, I think he's out this week though. I think he's injured.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, and then you start going into the rounds of people who are capable of making 3-putts. Then
Where is Takumi
Kanaya?
That guy is mad. It's in the stats, you know. He's showing high in all the stats, but I've never really come across him much. Not one I've looked at.
Not sure. Sammy Valimachi's leading the way inside 10 feet from the season.
He would have been in my
Is he
team
not?
this week, yeah.
Oh, he's not finished well this week, is he?
He's not.
So, should we move on to our teams?
Yep.
Right. This is obviously subject to a change because we're early doors here.
Yeah, definitely.
Got Bryson as my captain at the minute.
Mhm.
Just his driving's been insane this year.
It's been really good, hasn't it?
Yeah, he's added just total accuracy to his length with
To his length,
this new driver he's got from LA Golf. He just seems to have fair play to him. Whatever's going on in that head to get his all this science into a golf club has paid off, and he came close again this week. Liv came just behind Joaquin Niemann, who's also in my team.
Yeah.
Kind of just threw this together before I did any research really.
Mm-hmm.
Got Justin Rose in there because what we mentioned at the last major, don't know if you remember, but he just wants to win majors now, and he's trending his game to try and get himself in peak form for the majors, and he does seem to be kind of peaking and troughing, and he had another half decent week in Canada last week, if off the top of my head.
He was leading Masters first round, wasn't he? He
Yeah.
went out. He tried to start strong, didn't he?
Oh no, tell a lie, he's missed the cut last week. I watched. It must have been Thursday when he caught my eye, and I was like, "Oh, he's up there again." But yeah, so Ludwig Oberg has had another decent week. Patrick Cantlay, and then Harris English. Cantlay just consistent. Harris English, again, a bit of an under radar pick who's consistent as well.
Yeah, nice.
But having talked about the likes of Thomas, Harris English, bit of an underdog there. So Justin Thomas is probably going to end up going in for me. I think having had the conversation.
I don't think Harris English is an underdog. You know, he's a good shout. Really good shout.
Right, yeah, people are going to still have the likes of Rory,
Yeah.
all the big hitters available in this game, Fantasy DP World Tour.
Sometimes it's a bias because you can have anyone. So it's not. You don't have to sort of. Sometimes you see a big name go, yeah, he's going to win. You know, if you don't follow the golf as much as sort of.
Yeah.
goons like us.
So yeah, I think Rose, off the back of that missed cut last week, I think they might take him out, and Justin Thomas is going in, and he could even be captaincy consideration for me.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't know. Accuracy off the tee is huge, isn't it? And he's not quite there. He's definitely Titleist. Got a Titleist hat on in front.
Yeah, I think he is. I think I think it's just the accuracy I was going off there because he's just nowhere near accurate enough for me for this week. But
Taking
he could turn it on.
taking a massive punt and not picking Scotty Scheffler again.
Yeah, massive.
So everyone's going to have had him for the USPGA and the Masters so far, and it's paid dividends, hasn't it?
Mm.
I didn't. I've only picked him the once. You've still got him twice to go, where I think everyone's going to pick him this week, and that's going to be their last shot at him. That's going to be the third chance to pick him.
Yeah.
Which means I've got him in the back pocket for the Scottish Open, which he's playing in, and the Open, when next to nobody's going to have him. So I can captain him in them events. So I'm hoping he has a shit week this week, and then comes over to the UK and dominates the links. Yeah. I'm not picking Rory because he's fell off a cliff.
Yeah, he's off. I don't think he'll drive well this week. I think he's too much in his head, and he's.
Yeah, but I'm hoping people do, because he's out of form. Like, I've already used him 3 times, and you've got like Scottish Open,
Dubai,
the Open, Dubai. He's going to be at Wentworth. He's going to be at the Dunhill potentially. So there's going to be events later in the season where we want McIlroy as well. Yeah. With him being out of form, I'm swerving in this week.
Definitely.
So move on to your selections.
Captain Scotty.
Captain Scotty, then final pick.
Because when he wins, it's going to all be worth it. Colin, as I said before, his stats are class, depending on what driver he's using. If he's gone back to the QI10, then it's going to be good. But whether it's conforming or not, it's a different story. It's just a bit of a minefield, this conforming bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
But he's showing off the tee, he's showing, and he's not showing 3-putt avoidance, which is just got him ahead a little bit. After he's saying that, but
don't listen to me, Archie. You've seen how bad my picks have been like over the last recent weeks. I haven't got a clue.
Steph Straka, he's just in form. Come off a good week last week. He got 3 up there in the top 30 of all them metrics. Easy pick. Same with McCarthy, coming off a good week. 2 in them stats. Henley and Nick Taylor is my contentious picks. Nick Taylor because he's really good, really accurate, and really good on approach, and he's also Henley. He might be changed for Bryson. I was trying to stay away from Bryson because he's 70% owned. He's just ridiculous, isn't he? Like, he's got the length to bring this course to its knees. He's also got accuracy. I'm stuck, but I don't want to pick someone who's quite a safe pick though. Isn't it? So every man in Sheffield's got him.
Yeah,
I think he'll probably make it in over Henley, but we will decide that in the next 24 hours.
Yeah, Scotty's 85% owned, so I'm taking a massive risk. But next time he's available to pick, he's going to be next to 0% owned.
Definitely, yeah.
So yeah, Bryson's 70% owned. Got Ludwig there at 45, which is surprisingly high. I'm surprised that would give him what's available.
Yeah.
Schauffele 42, Rory down at 36.
How do you feel about Schauffele?
That wants to bump up a bit.
I think he's too. I think he's nervous of his rib injury.
Yeah, not quite there, is it? It's not quite clicked.
No.
No.
I can't believe Rory's 36% owned now.
He's ought to be higher or lower.
Well, lower. After last week.
After the way he's been playing, it's deserved. But normally you'd be expecting to be up just under Scotty, wouldn't you?
Colin Morikawa 34% owned and Sepp Straka 22% owned. That seems like underdog territory to me. I'm really happy with that.
What about John Rahm? It looked for all the world and lived this week like he wasn't going to keep a streak of top 10s going, but he managed to.
It's the same field every week, and it's just.
Yeah,
I just don't see him doing it. But he came back at the Masters, didn't he? And everyone thought he was going to do do the business a bit in the final day, but don't know whether he's got the fight in him anymore. And I know that's might be completely wrong, but Denny McCarthy as well is one bit of an underdog pick. He's 1% owned. His stats showing really, really good.
Ben Griffin's available to pick as well. He's having a great season, isn't
He's
he?
having a really good season, yeah.
Only 10% owned, but just with what's available higher up in terms of proven quality.
Is Ricky Fowler playing this week?
Don't know if he made it in, you know.
But he's having a good season though, Ricky Fowler. He seems like he's on the ascendancy again, which is nice to see.
I want to see him more competitive before doing anything about it, though.
What about Tyrrell?
I was just looking at Tyrrell. It's dropped off this last few
Yeah.
months. He's been towards the end of last year, in the turn of the year, he was just consistent as anything. He
He
was
was, yeah.
brilliant.
Don't
But
know.
yeah, it's just a bit out of sorts at the minute. So yeah, and normally, like, because we don't see him much because he's on live, it'd be a perfect event to pick him. But don't think rely on him this week really.
No,
Especially with his temperament as well, his juicy roughies and fast greens. Like, see him just throwing subs everywhere.
Yeah.
To be honest.
that's why I've gone against Shane Lowry. I think Shane Lowry gets a bit pissed off, doesn't he, when he sort of
Get his ball plugs in its own pitch mark.
we've seen it.
Could happen again, couldn't it? Lightning could strike twice with how wet it's going to forecast to be. So yeah, I think that pretty much covers off the third major of the year, lad.
I'm excited for this one. I really can't wait to watch it. Probably won't watch it. Probably catch the highlights the next day because it's a late one.
If I was here, I'd be watching it live. I'm going to try and watch it on Thursday and Friday. But then I am off to Egypt on Saturday morning.
Oh yeah, of course you are.
So I'll be trying to hopefully record on location next week. Yeah. I don't know how many hours ahead it is. Are you working with that time difference out?
No, I'm working out on Oakmont. It's 7:30 in the morning now.
So 5 hours behind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not too
you've got to watch a major, especially one that's got this much jeopardy on the line with the way the course is set up. It's going to be a good one. So you don't see many events where the course absolutely batters these guys, and it's got the potential to just grind some of them down.
Yeah.
Going to need some strong mental resilience as well as ability.
Definitely. Exciting stuff. Let's go.
I think Bryson's got it in abundance.
Do you?
Yeah.
He's got the balls, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's got the minerals, as I say. He's got the gumption.
Cojones.
Yeah. Exciting stuff. Let us know who you think's going to win.
Yeah, drop us a like and subscribe to the channel if you wouldn't mind. We'd massively appreciate that. It's slowed up last few weeks. But we've got a bit more golf content to come out, haven't we? We've got back 9 at Regent Park. It was filmed a couple of weeks ago. Decent little match play effort between the pair of us. I'm excited to watch back because I've not watched it back yet.
I've watched it 1,000 times.
You do when you're editing it, don't you? It's just constant. You see the same thing over and over again. But it's it's got potential to be a proper good video. Looking forward to that. So keep like and subscribe with the notification bell so you will get notification when that gets uploaded at some point this week or early next week. And as mentioned at the top of the show as well, if you can scan that QR code or hit the link in the description, take you over to the Macmillan longest day golf page. You'll see there. Up to now, we've donated. We've had £75 donated, which after a couple of days, going on the happy with. But we want to try and get a big massive donation to this massive cause. So yeah, 30th of July. We've got about 6 weeks to try and get fit and prepared, get some miles in the legs to prepare for this, because normally a bit stiff after one round, aren't we?
Same as me in the morning.
So Nottingham Golf Club kind enough to help us out for the day.
Yeah.
And we're doing 4 rounds starting at 5:30 in the morning. About 15-20 minutes max in between rounds we've got scheduled. And then I expect us to finish by 9 p.m.
Yeah. If you want to come down and watch it as well, feel free. There's going to be a grandstand on the 18th. I'm only joking. Boy, I just think it'll be funny to see Dan on the 54th hole just shitting in a bush, like Paula Radcliffe.
Yeah, that's something the logistics going to need to try and work out, isn't it?
Might bring a shiwi. Oh no, that doesn't work, does it?
We're going to try and live stream that. I'm going to try and see if we can get it set up to get the day on TikTok at Here We Golf Pod. So follow it over there. We're at Here We Golf Pod on all the social media platforms.
If anyone wants to volunteer and come down and get some footage, feel free. That'd be excellent.
That'd be handy, wouldn't it? We are going to try and vlog it as well.
Yeah.
But obviously we're just not going to be able to get every shot. It's just going to be more of a bit
Oh
of a
no,
highlights reel and show for the day.
we'd need to play in Belek under the lights if
Yeah.
that was the
It'd
case.
take us up more than a day, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I think. But yeah, we'll wrap that up there. Thanks for watching. For those that are still with us, we will see you next time on Here We Golf, reviewing the third major of the year, and then we're back previewing the next two events, which I am winging because I can't remember them. What's next week, lad?
The golf tournament, that is the Travellers
Travellers on the PGA Tour
and then
the
the Rocket.
Italian Open in the DP World Tour.
Yep.
Argentero Golf Club.
Good tournament that.
Come towards the end of the European swing. After this week, there's only two events left. So much to play for on the DP World Tour. So yeah, we're going to cover all that off on next week's show. I'm hopefully going to be joining you from Egypt. I'm also playing over in Egypt. I'm going to film while I'm out there as well. A couple of 9-hole videos. So please, as I say, hit the like and subscribe button to get notification when them videos come up. I'll see you next time. I've been Dan from Here We Golf.
I've just been Jay. See you later.